Welcome everybody, my name is Steve Peterson. Today I'm going to show you how I remove the throttle body here on a Hyundai Veloster Turbo without disconnecting any of the coolant lines or draining any of the coolant. I'm going to remove the throttle body and clean it and then reinstall it. First things first, there is a worm clamp holding the hose on to the front of the throttle body. On that clamp, if it has not been taken off ever before, there is kind of a cap or a tamper cap that is on that clamp. It does pop off and reveal a regular like nut that you can put a socket on. But to get it off initially, you're going to need something like some vice grips or something to grab onto it and just start loosening it up, and then you'll be able to take some pliers and start kind of unscrewing it the rest of the way. I take this kind of a pick, like hook type tool you see there in my hand, and I use that to kind of separate the hose just a little bit off the throttle body. If it's never been removed, it's probably going to be a little tight on there. So basically right here, I'm just kind of getting that clamp loose enough so that I can pull this big hose off the front of the throttle body. I was kind of struggling to get it off the throttle body, so I grabbed a screwdriver just to kind of separate the rubber hose a little bit from the throttle body. It was kind of stuck on there, and it was giving me a little bit of trouble. It wasn't just pulling right off. But after prying on it just a little bit with the screwdriver, it did pop off. Basically, once you get that hose popped off there, that worm clamp is going to stay attached onto the hose. You will want to pop off that tamper cap towards the end when you go to reinstall everything. Next, you're going to grab your pliers and just squeeze and wiggle loose the clamp that is on the hose that runs to the top of the throttle body. Now, that hose is part of the purge valve. That hose runs up to the purge valve just there above everything. You do not need to disconnect anything other than take this clamp off and pop this hose right off the throttle body. You'll see there. Once you get the top hose off there, you'll be able to take your 10 millimeter deep well or an extension or however you want to do it. I don't like using power tools on these just because if they're kind of stuck in there, it may give you some trouble. I don't want to risk snapping these off or anything like that. So I usually just grab a ratchet with a 10 millimeter socket on it and kind of crack all of these loose by hand. Once you get them loose by hand, obviously you can use some power tools if you want. Otherwise, just kind of unscrew them all. Once they come loose, they're pretty easy to just unscrew by hand. You're going to take all 4 of those 10 millimeter bolts out, and you will be able to basically separate the throttle body off of the intake manifold. Before you remove the throttle body completely, don't forget about the electrical plug on the throttle body. There's just a kind of a squeeze and pull type connector on it, like most wire connectors are. I was struggling a little bit to get it to come off, so I grabbed the pliers just to kind of give it a little extra grip and kind of wiggle it and pop it off. Once you get that connector off, you'll be able to take the last of the bolts off the throttle body and again just separate it right off the intake manifold. Got you guys up close here so that you can see why we are removing the throttle body here. Basically, all that black stuff that is along the inside of the throttle body there is carbon buildup. That stuff causes the throttle body to stick and causes some potential issues there with idling and all kinds of stuff. So this is a really easy way to pop the throttle body off, again, without messing with any of the coolant and stuff. We will use some throttle body and air intake cleaner and a toothbrush and a rag, and start spraying all of that carbon off the inside of the throttle body there. I'm basically just going to put a rag underneath there to kind of limit the mess that I'm making here as I'm spraying and cleaning. I'm trying to do this so that you guys can see it on camera. But again, basically we're just going to take the throttle body spray and kind of spray it all up in the throttle body there, and take the toothbrush to agitate it, and you'll see that that carbon basically just starts wiping away, and you're going to get all up in the throttle body. So all around the butterfly plate that's in there, on both sides of the throttle body, you want to clean all of that carbon buildup out of the throttle body, let it dry completely, and then we can reinstall. Now that I got it all cleaned up, I will be replacing the throttle body gasket here. You'll see it's just kind of a rubber ring. It does pull out of the intake manifold. Replacing it with a new throttle body gasket. I just bought it online, Amazon, eBay, OEM one's fine, whatever you want to get. This is kind of a popular brand, but that new gasket basically just presses right back into the little groove on the intake manifold. You just kind of line it all up, and it kind of presses right back into where it needs to go. And once it's on there, you'll be able to reinstall the throttle body. So when we're putting the 4 bolts back into the throttle body, I do put them in by hand. I make sure they thread in nice and even. I also kind of tighten them down in a like X pattern or like a cross pattern. You do not want to just over tighten one corner or one side of the throttle body. It will not seat correctly. It will not sit on there correctly. You'll have leaks. Do not over tighten these bolts. The torque spec on these is not even 10 foot-pounds. I think it's like 7.5 or 8 foot-pounds. It's not very tight. If you over tighten these bolts, you will strip the threads that are inserted into the intake manifold. You'll damage the manifold. You will have to take all of it apart and replace it. So don't over tighten these bolts. Again, it's not even 10 foot-pounds. I forget what the actual Hyundai torque spec is on these. I've done these throttle bodies enough times that I have kind of a general idea how tight these bolts need to be. But again, don't over tighten them, and tighten them in a like cross X type pattern so they all tighten down equally and evenly. Once you get all 4 of those tightened down, you can return the hose back onto the barb on top of the throttle body. That's the purge valve hose. You're going to grab your pliers and squeeze the clamp and press it all back down on there. Make sure that clamp is good and tight. And then you'll be able to return the big hose onto the front of the throttle body. But before you do that, you're going to need to remove that tamper cap that is on the clamp. So you either need to replace the worm clamp that is on there completely with a regular stainless steel worm clamp, or take your pliers and you're going to want to remove that tamper cap. You do see me here. I am cleaning some of the crap off of the rubber hose, off the inside of that hose, so that it seats nicely and seals well back on the throttle body when I put it back on. But you'll see me here in a second. I'm going to take the pliers and I'm going to basically pry that tamper cap off of this clamp so that I can reuse the clamp and not have to replace it. So you will see me here struggle and fight with this tamper cap just a little bit. These are kind of a pain in the butt to get off. I have had them where some of them have pried off really easy with just like a flat blade screwdriver. And then other ones like these, this one specifically where I needed to use a couple pairs of channel locks to kind of hold it and do some prying on it to pop that cap off. But again, once you pop that cap off, you will be able to reuse this worm clamp. You'll just use like a flat blade screwdriver, or I think it's an 8mm socket, if I remember correctly, to tighten this clamp back down and put everything back to the way it's supposed to be. Hey, if you found this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button and support my channel, help me grow. Most of my content, if you check out all my videos so far, have been about the Hyundai Veloster platform specifically. I have other vehicles I plan on starting to introduce and mix into some of my future projects for the channel. But thanks for watching so far.